Surprisingly, I didn't think of pies at first. Had a wonderful conversation with William de Kooning. What he actually said to me was, well, you look like a pretty good painter, like you could do something, but why are you just copying people like me and Franz Kline and so on? He said, what you're doing is the mistake a lot of young painters make. You're trying to make what you think is art, like the signs of art, whether it's the drip or the silver paint or the grandiose signature, or those are all the elements which are not important in art. What you want to find is something that's, you know something about, that you like, or that you've fallen in love with, or something that really means something to you that you've experienced. And those were very cautionary words to me. Because I had tried everything. I had tried drips and smashes and trying to figure out, what to do. When I came back to my teaching, I took it, that was a year off in New York. I took a canvas and thought, now what am I going to paint? Well, it doesn't really matter at the moment. What I want to do is get back to very basic things. So I made some ovals and tried to think, now let's see, I worked in restaurants and I've seen rows of food getting ready to be served. Often they were very typical American objects. Lemon meringue pies, pumpkin pies, and so on. So nobody's painted those, so I'm going to see what that looks like as an abstract shape. And I remember I put triangles on those ovals, started figuring out, well, let's see, if I'll maybe make this. It was almost kind of a dream in a way. I said, what am I going to do with these things? And suddenly there were these pies. And I said, well, there's a losing proposition. People can't take you seriously painting this stuff. But in a funny way, I had somehow connected to something that felt interesting and comfortable to me. Found I couldn't leave it alone. It was just too interesting to me. All of the things that I was painting came from memory, cakes and pies and gumball machines and those things. Even when I was doing all those, as he called them, the signs of art, they were still things like a very abstract row of cigar boxes. So I had been fooling around with those objects and so on, but I suppose that's another thing that fed into that regrouping and rethinking about where I was going.